I feel like I must at least own, hypothetically, 2 million Toshi, even though that's not financial advice. The reason being is because, again, I just have this feeling that my Toshi holdings should never dip below 2 million. Now, I'm not talking about $2 million. Again, I'm talking about 2 million Toshi. The reason being is because, hypothetically, if let's say Toshi were to go to the price of 2 cents during this bull run, which is my price target for it, again, during this bull run, let's say that were to happen, at that point, 2 million Toshi would be worth $40,000 because, of course, 2 million Toshi times 2 cents, again, that's 40 grand. Now, people may think, oh yeah, that's not even millionaire status or anything like that. But really, the way you take a look at it is that this kind of seems very impressive, because even if I were to only just put $1,000 into Toshi, and let's say, again, it were to go to the price of 2 cents, at that point, that $1,000 would be worth around 32 grand, because 2 cents is actually around a 32x from here. Now, people may be thinking, oh yeah, Toshi's never going to achieve that though, because, the market cap would be too crazy. Well, here's the thing. Toshi, if you take a look at it, if it were to go to the price of 2 cents, considering current circulating supply, at that point, market cap would be around $8 billion. So, really, it's not even that bad. Now, I get it. Some people may think that's a lot, actually. And at first glance, maybe. But if you consider how Dogecoin at one point reached over 80 billion, this was back in 2021, by the way, at a time where even during the peak of that bull run, there was around 300 million crypto owners, in which case we have over 600 million as of right now, according to Crypto.com research. So just imagine that, right? And also that year, we saw, Shiba Inu reach around $40 billion in market cap. This time around, with way more crypto owners, practically double, with, more attention when it comes to the crypto space, more knowledgeable when it comes to people about meme coins. Again, this hypothetical upcoming peak, Toshi can't go to the price of 2 cents and reach around an $8 billion market cap. I really don't see why not. It's not even that much compared to the, levels in which Shiba Inu and Dogecoin reached years ago. Now, the way to take a look at it is that when it comes to something like this, why could this be a big narrative? It's because if you take a look at something like the Base Network, people do love that. It is on the rise as of right now. Take a look at how the Base Network is gaining this mass attention. Now, why is that? I think the primary reason being is because it is Coinbase's Layer 2 network. Now, why is this even relevant to Toshi, you may ask? It's because Toshi is actually a meme coin on the Base Network. Now, granted, some people were asking me like, hey, why did Toshi choose the Base Network? Why didn't it choose like, Solana or Avalanche or Cardano or whatever? And in theory, it could have done that actually, because of course, let's say I'm a developer making a meme coin. I could quite essentially cherry pick where I want to build it on, right? But then the fact that they chose the Base Network, that's genius right there, because it is on the rise and it has the backing of quite essentially Coinbase. If you take a look at the Base Network again, because of course, when you have something that massive, having a layer 2 network, that's really going to speak volumes, in my opinion, at least perceived good reputation. Now, keep in mind, though, it's not like the Base Network was built randomly by Coinbase and then it's like a 50-50 thing where they don't know it's going to work or not. Well, they have the assistance of Optimism because it is built in collaboration with Optimism. And Optimism, as we all know, is literally one of the biggest and most reputable Ethereum layer 2s out there. So this is pretty much a real deal layer 2. It's not like it's really the most revolutionary, because I don't think so. It's not like it's the most revolutionary thing. Again, it's not that. But then it's just because of the, brand image, right? It's like, let's say someone's selling clothes at a mall. Like, okay, but it doesn't really have a popular brand. People are kind of indifferent in some cases about that. They're like, okay, yeah, it's cool, it's not. But then let's say like Leonardo DiCaprio made like a t-shirt or whatever. Maybe his fans might be more inclined to buy that, right? There's more of like an it factor, if that makes sense, even though maybe the t-shirt really isn't any different than like one without a brand, or like an unknown brand, I should say, right? So when it comes to the Base Network, in theory, like it is just another layer 2 basically, but then because it is Coinbase's layer 2, it really does have this reputation. Now, if you take a look at it, right, what does a layer 2 even do? Now, a layer 2 in this case, what it does is that it allows Ethereum to be enjoyed while at the same time not having to deal with, the sky-high gas fees and scalability issues. So it's not like a layer 2 is obsolete. It's not like it's useless or anything like that. Let's not forget, though, when it comes to Toshi, the name is not only just very similar to Satoshi Nakamoto, which is allegedly the creator of Bitcoin. Some people may debate that. But even besides that, Toshi is also the name of Brian Armstrong's cat. Now, you may be thinking, okay, who is Brian Armstrong? He is actually the co-founder of Coinbase. And again, Coinbase's Layer 2 network is the base network which Toshi is on. That right there is like a full circle type of thing, if that makes sense. And not to mention, Toshi actually got listed on Coinbase. Now, a reason why I think it even happened in the first place was because, in theory, right, at least in my opinion, not only just because it's actually good, but I think that Brian Armstrong probably had, a lot of sentiment for his pet cat, right? He probably loves his pet cat. If I was him, I'd love my pet cat named Toshi. So I think when Toshi was wanting to get listed on Coinbase, I think he probably expedited the process where he was like, yeah, let's probably list it. Now, this is all just theoretically speaking, but if you think about it, Toshi got listed very fast on Coinbase, which is a little bit unheard of, really. And again, it's not like Toshi was this multi-billion-dollar market cap meme coin where they kind of have, little to no reason to reject it. But then again, they had a lot of reasons to reject this, right? Very low market cap at the time, at least, relatively speaking. The community wasn't the best. Now, of course, Toshi, the community is very fantastic. It's very massive. But at that time, it wasn't like this size, if that makes sense. I get it. There's a pullback when it comes to Toshi, but it's a breather, in my opinion. It's only normal on the way up. So when I take a look at this, it's a very special meme coin. I do really love it. And again, when there's over 600 million crypto owners, according to Crypto.com research, I don't think this one's going to be bad at all. And it's just a waiting game at this point. I totally understand that. I'm just staying patient as of right now, continuing to accumulate more and more Toshi on a consistent basis, holding and just waiting. That's it. The way you take a look at it is that if I believe in a project, I'm just going to keep acquiring, holding, and just waiting. I'm just going to keep it simple because just imagine once May, June, July comes along, this could be very special. And Toshi, if you think about it, could be argued as a project that is a little bit more than just a stereotypical meme coin, if that makes sense. Because usually when people think about, a meme coin, they typically think about, oh yeah, it's going to be something like, that doesn't have the most dynamic use case. But this one actually has a pretty good use case. Even though people don't really look for that in a meme coin, I still do believe that it's a good touch because, for instance, there's something called Toshi Tools, which will help quite essentially guide someone towards their journey to be building on the base network. Not to mention there's something called Toshi Mart, which is basically like a meme coin launchpad where people can, launch their own meme coins. Adoption isn't the best, let's face it, right? Who cares about that in the grand scheme of things? Most people may argue that, but in my opinion, it does matter because it does showcase that when it comes to Toshi, it's willing to put effort, it's willing to put its time. It's not this project that's just, here to stay for one cycle and then it's gone. It doesn't feel like that. It feels like it's something that's going to be run for quite a while, which is why I do believe in it. And again, I think, 6 months down the line, this could be a totally different story, which is why I'm still staying patient, acquiring more and more Toshi. Imagine once Bitcoin reaches that next level of 150,000, 200,000, maybe even beyond, this could be something hypothetically amazing, which is why I'm very bullish on it and I'm not giving up. And that is why theoretically, hypothetically, I must at least own 2 million Toshi, in my opinion, because, again, 2 cents during this bull run wouldn't surprise me whatsoever. And make sure to subscribe if you gained value from this video. I'd greatly appreciate it. It's been Lee the Captain, and I'll catch you all on the next one. Peace. Bye.